Have you ever dreamed of traveling the world but felt it was too expensive? You're not alone. The idea of exploring new countries, cultures, and cuisines is thrilling, yet the perceived cost can often be a deterrent. We see images of luxury resorts, pricey flights, and upscale dining and think, that's not for me, I can't afford it. This common perception that globetrotting is a privilege reserved for the wealthy has kept many of us from pursuing our wanderlust. But here's the thing, traveling doesn't have to be as costly as you might think. This video is all about debunking that myth and providing practical, actionable tips on how to see the world without emptying your wallet. We're talking budget-friendly travel, folks. Strategies that make the dream of sipping coffee in a French cafe or strolling through a bustling Asian market a reality. But what if we told you that with the right strategies, you too could fulfill your wanderlust without breaking the bank? The first step to budget travel is effective planning. It's much like setting out on an expedition. You wouldn't just head out into the wilderness without a map, would you? The same principle applies when you're planning to travel on a budget. Let's start with the importance of planning in advance. The early bird gets the worm, as they say, and in the world of budget travel, this couldn't be more true. The earlier you start planning your trip, the more options you'll have at your disposal. This means more time to research your chosen destinations, more time to compare prices, and more time to find the best deals. Speaking of researching your destination, it's not just about knowing where the best beaches are or where to find the tastiest street food. It's about understanding the cost of living in that place, the best times to visit, the local customs and traditions, and any potential hidden costs that might sneak up on you. Once you've done your research, it's time to compare prices. This might sound tedious, but trust me, a little bit of effort here can make a huge difference. Look for the best deals on flights, accommodations, and activities. Don't just settle for the first price you see. Be patient, be thorough, and you'll be rewarded with some serious savings. Now, you might be wondering, where do I find these deals? Well, there are plenty of budget travel websites and apps out there that can help you. These resources are designed specifically for budget travelers like you, offering discounts, deals, and valuable advice. They'll help you find the cheapest flights, the most affordable accommodations, and the best value for money activities. The key here is to be flexible and open-minded. Be willing to adjust your plans if you find a better deal. Remember, budget travel isn't about sacrificing your enjoyment. It's about making the most of what you have and exploring the world in a financially sustainable way. Remember, a well-planned trip can save you a significant amount of money. So, start planning, start researching, start comparing. The world is waiting for you, and it's more affordable than you might think. Our next strategy involves timing your travels correctly. Imagine you're standing in front of the Eiffel Tower. The air is crisp, the sky is a clear blue, and here's the best part. There are no hordes of tourists photobombing your perfect shot. This isn't a dream, it's the reality of traveling during off-peak seasons. Off-peak and shoulder seasons are periods when travel demand is lower. This usually falls outside of school holidays and avoids major events or festivals. For example, in Europe, off-peak typically starts in October and runs through April, excluding the December holidays. Traveling during these times can significantly reduce your travel costs. Let's break it down. Lower demand means airlines, hotels, and tour operators are more likely to offer discounts to entice travelers. You can score some great deals on flights and accommodations, sometimes saving up to 50% off peak prices. But it's not just about the money. Off-peak travel often means fewer tourists, allowing you to experience your destination as the locals do. You can enjoy popular attractions without the long lines or crowded streets. There are, of course, some considerations to keep in mind. The weather during off-peak seasons might not be ideal. In some destinations, certain attractions might be closed or their operating hours reduced. But if you're willing to trade a little sunshine for a less crowded and more authentic experience, off-peak travel might just be your ticket to exploring the world on a budget. Shoulder seasons, the periods right before and after peak season, offer a middle ground. They often have milder weather and slightly more tourist activity, but still come with lower prices and fewer crowds than peak season. So, consider your priorities. If saving money and avoiding crowds is more important to you than guaranteed sunshine, then off-peak or shoulder season travel could be a great option. Remember, it's about exploring the world, experiencing new cultures, and creating memories that will last a lifetime. And if you can do all that while saving some money, well, that's just the cherry on top of your travel Sunday. Traveling during off-peak seasons can offer you a more affordable and less crowded experience. Accommodation and food are two areas where you can significantly cut costs. When it comes to accommodations, think outside the traditional hotel box. Hostels, for instance, are a fantastic option for budget travelers. They're not only cost-effective, but also offer an opportunity to meet like-minded travelers from around the world. Many hostels even offer private rooms if you're not keen on the dormitory-style setup. Budget hotels are another viable option. They may not have all the luxuries that come with five-star hotels, but they often provide all the necessary amenities like clean sheets, a comfortable bed, and a private bathroom. And let's not forget about vacation rentals. Platforms like Airbnb have revolutionized the way we travel, offering an array of affordable options from private rooms to entire apartments. Now let's talk food. Eating is not only a necessity, but it's also one of the best ways to experience a new culture. And guess what? It doesn't have to be expensive. Local markets are a treasure trove of fresh, budget-friendly ingredients. They give you a taste of the region's produce, and they're often buzzing with local life, adding another layer to your travel experience. Street food stalls are another must for budget-savvy foodies. From sizzling stir-fries in Southeast Asia to hearty empanadas in South America, street food is a delicious, affordable way to dive into the local cuisine. Plus, you're supporting local businesses, which is always a win. And remember, don't be shy to ask locals for their favorite budget-friendly spots. More often than not, they'll point you to gems that aren't in the guidebooks. In essence, choosing budget accommodations and eating local isn't just about saving money. It's about immersing yourself in the local culture, meeting new people, and making your travel experience richer and more meaningful. Choosing budget accommodations and eating local is not only cost-effective but also enriches your travel experience. Getting around doesn't have to cost a fortune. When exploring a new city or country, how you choose to get from point A to point B can significantly impact your budget and your overall travel experience. One of the most budget-friendly and immersive ways to navigate a new place is through public transportation and walking. Let's talk about public transportation first. Trains, buses, trams, and metros are usually much cheaper than taxis or rentals. They're the backbone of local travel, offering a window into the daily life of the residents. You'll find yourself rubbing shoulders with the locals, observing their routines, and picking up on the city's pulse. It's an experience that's as real as it gets. And don't be intimidated by the thought of navigating a foreign transportation system. Usually there are plenty of resources available to help you understand the routes and schedules. Plus, it's an adventure in itself, a puzzle to solve, a game to play. Now walking. It's free, it's healthy, and it's the best way to truly discover a place. You can stroll through narrow alleyways, stumble upon hidden gems, and stop for impromptu photo ops. You can take your time, soak in the sights, sounds, and smells without the rush of a schedule. Walking also gives you the freedom to detour. You're not confined to the strict routes of public transportation. If something catches your eye, you can explore it. If a street market is bustling with activity, you can join in. Each step you take is a step further into the heart of your destination. Remember, travel isn't just about reaching a destination, it's about the journey, the experiences along the way, the stories you collect. When you choose public transportation and walking, you're not just moving from place to place. You're being a part of the city, the town, the village. You're living the culture, the lifestyle, the rhythm. By choosing public transportation and walking, you're saving money and experiencing your destination like a local. Let's recap the key points we've discussed today. First, effective planning is the cornerstone of budget travel. It enables you to estimate your expenses, plan your itinerary, and avoid costly last-minute decisions. Second, traveling during off-peak seasons can significantly lower your travel costs, from airfare to accommodation rates. Next, we talked about choosing budget accommodations. Opting for hostels, guest houses, or even camping can drastically cut down your costs. Remember, a pricier hotel doesn't necessarily guarantee a richer experience. Additionally, eating local is not only a wonderful way to immerse yourself in the culture, but also a strategy to save money. Street food, local markets, and small eateries are your best bet. Lastly, embrace public transportation, and don't shy away from walking. It's often the cheapest and most authentic way to get around. With these strategies, the world is yours to explore without emptying your bank account. So, where will you go next?